Hi, Nacho.
Hi.
You're the founder of Blockchain Web Service, right?
Yes. Right.
So, what are you doing at BWS?
Well, blockchain web services aims to just simplify blockchain adoption for traditional companies that want to get into the blockchain but do not have the knowledge or don't want to go through a complex journey for getting into the blockchain. So basically, what we want to do is just raising overall blockchain adoption.
That's an amazing goal, I have to admit.
Thank you.
So, as an aspiring founder, what has been surprising for you in the journey so far?
I would say everything is surprising. As sometimes every single thing becomes a learning. I would say, right? So that's for sure. Um, but probably one of the key aspects is just about understanding that going through a startup journey requires different threads to run in parallel that probably you didn't expect to go through, right? So the funding thread is kind of a key one, as it will enable you to move forward. Then you have the product itself kind of thread where you need to create value through something that users can consume. It's kind of a journey in different topics. So being able to handle all those threads in parallel becomes kind of the big thing. Okay.
Okay, so now that we are a few steps away from the fountain, um, besides these continuous learnings, which I really admire, um, what are some challenges that you recently faced?
Um, well, as I mentioned before, the challenge is having the ability to combine different topics. And that's where, for example, becoming part of BFG, it's something like we really wanted to be, in the sense of just starting this kind of journey. That thread I was mentioning before regarding getting funds and getting known in all this ecosystem, it's kind of a key for success. And that's something that sometimes when you start a startup, you don't think about. You're more kind of what is the added value that we're going to bring and so on. But at the end, you need some kind of flow or just getting into your different journeys, right? So probably getting into the ecosystem of funds, it's kind of a big challenge, and it's kind of something that you should start as soon as possible.
Thank you. So, what is not a challenge, but also a success that you recently had?
Well, our journey started by just running. Well, there are kind of different starting points for us, right? One of them was a little bit just understanding that customers wanted to use the blockchain, where at the end, sometimes we're ending into a no-go because of those kind of infrastructure complexities. That was kind of the initial journey for us. And then on the other side, we just participated into bank's hackathon, right? That we won.
Well,
Basically, yeah,
congratulations.
thank you very much. That basically was showing how they will be able to just save some data into the blockchain with just a single Web2 interface, meaning that they will not have to go through the Web3 journey, right? At the end, just saving money, right? So those were kind of the two starting points for us. Some kind of, thinking about making things easier, and on the other side, just validating our value proposition, just winning that hackathon on a Nordic bank. So yeah.
And why did you decide to join the BFG Superstars program?
Well, as mentioned before, a key point is just getting into the ecosystem of incubators, fundings. And we thought that probably blockchains foundation group, as its name implies, was really linked into the blockchain funding ecosystem. And also just we thought that they provide kind of this kind of a journey where you can start with them, even just having an idea, right? So they kind of open into whatever you bring into the table if they feel that you can add some kind of value. They will listen to you, which is kind of hard to get into, and they will at least enable you to do the first steps, right? And then, of course, there's a learning in those first steps, and then you need to, at the end, you need to get filtered at some point. But they enable to start with them on your really first steps. So we thought that will be really really cool for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.